Hello, everyone. I was curious, as per my question in this post, of what does your fantasy backyard look like? There are a variety of really cool residential backyards. You could call them a paradise or an oasis, but what does that space look like to you? And I want to take a little tour of a home that's off of Rexford, really close to an area in Beverly Hills that's called Billionaires Row, because of the homes are pretty, we'll call it signature. As you can tell, this one behind me is kind of a combination of English Tudor meets French country. And so I wanted to be able to share what this lot looks like. So let's take a little bit of a view around from the home itself, which is a 7-bed, 9-bath, 12,000 square foot home that is on over an acre, which again is pretty rare in Beverly Hills. So you can see these French doors that open up to the backyard. Now let's get a glancing view of the backyard from a somewhat oasis-like grotto-style pool that's basically surrounded by really lush and cool vegetation. It's got a really prestigious area. We're just a block off of Sunset. In the background you can see basketball and a tennis court and all of this space on the acreage itself. And there's this gorgeous, where you can see a couple of other agents, guest house. It's a 1-bed, 2-bath guest house just off of the main home here. And so how does this, now I think I have mentioned this before, but there are dozens of different architectural styles that are in Los Angeles. This one happens to be, like I said, we'll call it French country meets English colonial. And so this is, reminds me a lot of what Harry Potter may live in. But this is 12,000 square feet of sumptuous luxury here in Beverly Hills. And so this area and this home itself is built in the 1920s. It's filled with cool hand-carved woodwork. It's got painting literally on the wall of the home itself. Oh my God, look at that crazy face. That's Ashley Stockwell, who worked with me in Minnesota, waving, looking at the grounds. So thanks, Ashley, for coming along and hanging out. She's getting tagged in this post. You can see the privacy. You get a little bit of view of some of the homes around you, but most of the homes themselves, or the, I call it the privacy of the area, is pretty well covered. So here you can see the kind of massive expanse of this tennis court and sport court area, the pool itself, and all of that is right next to, as you can see here, the guest house. So these rolling lawns, the lagoon-style pool, what does this hit in your fantasy viewing? Is this the type of backyard that you would want? I'd be super curious. Give me your comments below. Let me know what you would want to change. And now that we've seen this, you can get an idea of the immenseness of the lot itself. There's the guest house again. There's the main house. We're on over an acre in the flats of Beverly Hills. So I'd be super curious as to what you think that this home price is worth. I am unfortunately going to break the surprise and share it with you. This particular property at 12,000 square feet is $32 million, which puts us at about, I think, $2,600 a square foot, which is on the high side for even the flats of Beverly Hills. The average would be less than that, probably under $2,000. But this home is pretty signature. So Brian, thanks for jumping in. Grant, appreciate you popping in and looking as well. It's been a really popular viewing today. You can see, even though we are in February, we've got blue skies on a sunny 65-degree day or so. And like I said, this home makes me think of kind of old England, or if I was in a Harry Potter movie, outside of the tennis court, of course. Maybe if it was Quidditch, then that would make a little bit more sense. So what's fun is you get to see earlier today with Ashley, who is in town from Minnesota. Thank you so much, Ashley, for coming to hang out and look at some fantastic homes. But with properties, today we've seen anything from $800 a square foot in Beverly Hills, which, don't get me wrong, that is expensive as well, but not the same as $2,600. And so the difference is going to come down to the details, the finish level, the amenities that you have, and a backyard, again, like this one, which is pretty awesome. We've barely taken a look at the pool area, so let's go squeak by and take a look at that as well. You've got this little private road behind us, and here, as I mentioned, we get a little shot of the guest house area, and then the main house, and then as we walk over, we'll get to see the pool. Now, it's not just a typical either square or circle or peanut shape, but it's an actual lagoon. There you get to see some koi. I don't know if you can see that off in the distance. And this is an area where they can probably stock year round. Again, it's February right now, so imagine what it would be like later in the summer. A little trickle area, you can see more koi fish there. And all of this was landscaped specifically to be able to have this pond area, the hot tub, the pool itself. And so imagine what this home, it's grandiose now, what would have been like in the 1920s. This area of Beverly Hills hadn't really fully been developed. Hey Andy, thanks for jumping in. Cindy, you too. This particular home must have been fantastic, and you get an idea of what this pool and entertainment space, I'm sure this wasn't here like this back in the day, but this space is pretty awesome. So I get asked a lot of questions around anything that you can think of about homes. It could be something about how do I add value to my backyard like this? How do I make sure that I'm buying a home for the right price? Any question that you can think of, I would love to help you to be able to tackle. So as I started this, share with me any thoughts or ideas you have of what is your dream backyard. Thank you, Katie, for jumping in. I would love to hear those questions. If you think anyone would be interested in this yard or any others, please feel free to connect anytime. I would love to be able to touch base. So until the next time, this is Erik Brown in Beverly Hills at what looks like Harry Potter's house. Signing off. I will talk to you again soon.